of those two terms can be used. Andrew, weigh in on this. Does this seem unfair?
It's not unfair. You have to remember the judicial system is geared to give a defendant a fair trial and due process. And the judge here has decided that with pretrial publicity, using words like rape many times, using words like sexual assault and victim, that may lead a jury to conclude that there was in fact a rape without hearing all the evidence
because
about
of course
it.
the guy is innocent until proven guilty.
Yes. Of course, of course.
And we asked him to be here and his attorney to be here, but they chose not to be a part of the show.
So what the judge is saying is, I want these words that really go to the ultimate issue for the jury to decide whether or not she was raped, whether there was a sexual assault. We want those words taken out of the trial and not used.
But Andrew, this is the second time this has been tried.
Yes.
First, a hung jury. Tori, why do you think the jury came back? They couldn't make a decision. I think it was, what, 7-5 split?
Yes, 7 voted guilty, 5 voted not guilty. But also in the first trial, there was other evidence, including the 2 previous women that he was arrested for raping.
Okay. Were you able to use the words in the first trial?
No, the order was still in place. However, it was not as stringent. We never had to sign anything. We were just kind of told, stay away from these words. But I still used them when I was discussing even the sexual assault nurse examiner. That is her legal title.
Right. I remember about hearing about this in the Kobe Bryant case, although I think it was something that the prosecution. You remember that whole case?
Yes.
And there were some issues about words being used or terms being used.
Yeah. The concern, obviously, even with being on this show, right now, if a juror were to watch this show and go in, they'd say, oh, this is the rape trial. This is the guy who raped this victim. And that's what the judge is trying to eliminate. When you're preparing for a trial, what we do in any type of case when you're working with witnesses is you want to make sure that they use the right words to get across what happened. There are many words that can be used, although may not be as strong as saying rape.
Yeah, but
there are other words that can be used, and Ms. Bowen can prepare for that.